It's Halloween, and today we are making the pumpkin that didn't play tricks. Hi friends, welcome. I'm Drea, your messy bestie, and the Carnivore Witch. Welcome to the Carnivore Witch's Messy Bestie Test Kitchen, Pumpkin Magic Edition. Tonight we're making 3 flourless pumpkin recipes that are so simple and satisfying you'll think you cast a spell. Pumpkin potion muffins, bewitched pumpkin cookies, and a crustless pumpkin potion pie, finished with my snow-capped cream and crumbled dust toppings. That'll make your willpower write you a thank you note. No flour, no drama, just butter, eggs, which I call liquid chickens, pumpkin, and courage. Feed your goals, not your ghouls or ghosts, besties. This is my messy bestie test kitchen, where the butter's bold, the spells are savory, and the magic's messy. With me, of course, the Carnivore Witch Drea, your messiest bestie of all besties. So a big hello to all my magical messy besties. It's Halloween, and today we are making the pumpkin that didn't play tricks. Before we start, my sorceress and sorcerer besties, it's time to gather all our ingredients. And now, choose your spell. Sweetener of choice. Strict carnival magic, stevia or monk fruit drops. Hybrid alchemy, allulose powder. That's what I am. It browns well and it tastes clean. Daring mortals, regular sugar if you're baking for humans. Softened butter should be pliable, not melted. Eggs at room temp always. Cream cheese. Yeah, it's cream cheese. Unwrapped and waiting because prepared witches never panic. We will also need liquid chickens. Yes, my spiritual magicians of the kitchen bestie, I do mean eggs. Cream cheese, which please, I mean cream cheese. Heavy scream, melted magic. It's just the best butter you can summon up. The prices these days, even for us witches, I swear, shrinkflation is a thing. Even my broom is out working doing DoorDash without me tonight. And my sass, Redmond's pink salt, of course, and crushed pork rinds for a little texture. First, we'll start with my pumpkin potion muffins. Here's what you'll need, besties. 3 large liquid chickens. That's about 150 grams. Half a cup of pumpkin puree, 120 grams. 2 ounces of cream cheese, 56 grams. I use the full fat kind. 2 tablespoons of melted magic butter, 28 grams. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 5 milliliters if you're weighing it out on a scale and you don't have grams, or you do, then it's the same, pretty much. 5 grams is 5 milliliters. Go with it. A quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, half a gram, it'll do, and a pinch of sass. Redmond's real sass, I mean salt. Not sponsored, besties. And 1 to 2 tablespoons of allulose, or your favorite potion, potion, spell, to sweeten things up a bit, as you choose. About 15 to 30 grams. Remember, besties, depending on your spell of choice, you should adjust the amount of potion used to your own taste. Don't come for me with wands raised and brooms blaring, screeching at me that it didn't taste good because you didn't have a captive one to test it for you first. Preheat your cauldron to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius if you're that witch. Line your muffin tin with muffin papers, silicone muffin cups, like I did, or grease it with magical butter. You want to whisk those liquid chickens till they're frothy like my inbox at 6 a.m. I'd say that's pretty frothy now. Okay. Add in your pumpkin and your cream cheese. And continue stirring till the concoction is smooth like velvet. Then the real magic softened butter goes in because butter is a lifestyle. Respect the cauldron. Add in your vanilla. Now, if you choose to, and your spell, choice of potion for sweetener and seasoning. That was my sass that just went in there. Continue to stir until smooth. Witch, please, look at that silky magic. Now, besties, we're going to pour your batter into the muffin cups, filling each about 3/4 full, and bake. After you've poured your muffin cups, filling each about 3/4 full, and bake for 20 to 25 minutes until they're set and slightly golden. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes, please. Now, patience, my pretties. Good things bubble to those who wait. Raise your mugs. We're just getting warmed up. Feed your goals, not your ghouls and ghosts, messy besties. If your cauldron survived round 1, congrats. You're Cookie Witch now. Next, we're conjuring up Bewitched Pumpkin Cookies. Messy spellcasting besties, you'll need 2 large liquid chickens, about 100 grams. A 1/4 cup of puree of jack-o'-lantern, aka masticated pumpkin flesh. Well, don't chew it to puree it, besties. Just get it already pureed in the can, just 60 grams. 2 ounces of cream cheese, or you may use mascarpone, or I don't mean Al Capone. 56 grams. 1 tablespoon of melted magic. Yes, I do mean butter, or you can use ghee. 14 grams. A dash of cinnamon, about 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 gram. And 1 to 2 tablespoons of allulose, which is my choice of sweetener, or your favorite potion to sweeten things up a bit, just about 15 to 30 grams. And a teaspoon of a vanilla extract or flavoring is optional. But this, which you know is messy, and what's a cookie without vanilla? Remember, besties, you are the conjurer of your spell, so you choose your poison. Potion. Strict carnivore magic, stevia or monk fruit drops, or use the potion I use, hybrid alchemy. Allulose powder, grounds well and tastes clean. Daring mortals, use regular sugar if you're baking for humans. But remember, besties, depending on the potion you choose, you may have to adjust the dosage. Add all your ingredients into your mixing cauldron. It's so good, I want to make sure I got every drop. Now your cream cheese, your butter, your cinnamon, your potion of choice, and the vanilla. That smells so magical. It's like a fairy farted in my kitchen. It wasn't me, I swear. Now, mix that up, besties, best you can. Mix to a glossy batter. There we go, where you can see it. Mix to a glossy batter, besties. Texture should be thick and shiny. If it can hold a compliment, it can hold a cookie. I don't think it's going to be so good. Really? I didn't think I'm making cookies. It doesn't seem like it. It's very wet. I don't know, besties. It looks like the muffin batter. I don't think this is good. It's going to be a big wet mess. Did I do that right? God. 2 ounces cream cheese, tablespoon of melted butter, cinnamon, and allulose sweetener. How can that be cookies? It's too thick. I'm gonna stick it in my mixer because I have a feeling it needs to really thicken up. And it's not doing a good job. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set a timer for 5 more minutes.
5-minute timer started.
Okay, besties, our muffins are done. I'm going to take them out of the oven and let them cool off. Our pumpkin potion muffins are now out of the oven. The timer just went off. You can take one of these mini wands, I believe mortals call them toothpicks, and stab those muffins lightly in their middles. And if it comes out clean, the spell worked. Bonus chaos, drop a spoon of pie filling in the middle of one of these bad boys before baking, and have lava muffins. Which, please, let them cool completely before serving. You'll get 6 muffins from this batch, bestie. Each one has around 160 calories, 14 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, and just 2 net carbs. I'm going to cook mine for another couple of minutes, besties. It's still wet in the middle. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3-minute timer started.
The wand did not come out dry, so the spell did not work the first time. Also, besties, getting back to the Bewitched Pumpkin Cookies. Something is not right with the recipe, or something's going on and the ghouls are kind of messing with me. So, I'm taking 2 egg whites. I've separated the yolks from the whites of my liquid chicken, and I'm going to whip these up till nice stiff peaks are formed, and I'm going to add it to the mixture that I made, that I gave you the ingredients for before. Messy besties, this is why I call it my test kitchen, because these recipes sometimes don't always come out the way you hope for them to. Anything can happen, whether it's a ghost or a ghoul or some little gremlin or goblin or something that comes and snatches away some of your ingredients off of your page where you wrote your recipe. I knew something seemed a little off while I was putting it together and telling you guys the ingredient list. But no worries. I'll mess it up first, so you don't have to. Well, all I'm doing now is taking out the fat stuff. I'm taking out the batter from the bowl. I will have to wipe the bowl clean because you don't want to add fats to your whites or they won't peak. They won't whip up like you wish for them to. If not, Alexa, stop. So not that big of a deal. I didn't have so much stuff in my messy kitchen. I would have just washed the bowl. But we do what we can. We work with what we got, besties. Alexa, stop. Good girl. You're doing a wonderful job assisting me today in the Messy Bestie Test Kitchen, Alexa. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, Andrea. I'm right here with you in your test kitchen adventures.
See?
Sounds like you've got some serious cooking experiments happening. I love being part of the creative chaos.
And chaos it is. Okay, besties. Nothing we can't fix. So like I said, 2. Just 2. They're going to whip up a lot. So I'm only putting 2 egg whites into my bowl. Less any fat. I don't want any yolk in there. So that these things will whip up. Having a KitchenAid mixer is a wonderful thing, but not if you're a carnivore and you no longer eat baked goods. But It's a necessity and a treasured appliance that I will never get rid of. Just because it was a gift from the captive one. You don't know it. I cleaned off the whisk and now I'm going to put it back on the machine. And we're going to whip up our egg whites. Sorry for any noise. I'll try to play music and silence it for you when I edit. Well, here we go, besties. When your egg whites you can hold over your witch hat and it doesn't fall on your head, you got stiff peaks. It took a while though. I swear I had to whip a little magic into it to get those peaks to stiffen up. I don't know what was going on, but in any case, I finally was able to get where I wanted it. I added some sweetener in there too, so there's 4 egg whites that I put additionally into this recipe for these cookies. And I put like another 2 tablespoons of allulose into the egg whites because since I'm adding more contents to the spell, I figured I would sweeten this up too so that the whole thing just isn't a flop. Because if you've ever eaten egg whites, it doesn't have any kind of flavor whatsoever. But thick they are, and that might help with the recipe, which is actually thickened up a little bit upon standing. Oddly enough. So yeah, we have this stiff peaks. I'm going to fold this into this little at a time. I don't want to waste it. I mean, if nothing less, I'd have more muffins, I can tell you that. So I'm just gonna put a little and fold. Put a little and fold. Put a little and fold. I don't want to fold too much. Put too much, your egg whites go flat. And there goes the whole purpose of my putting it in there in the first place. I don't like to waste anything. I grew up a poor witch, and in our house we were taught never to be wasteful. We're very frugal witches, where I come from. I did do the dishes while I was whipping that up. That was my good broom flying arm too. And you know, tonight we have this dance that all witches gather together and we do every Samhain. You mortals might not know if you're watching this video, but those other witches, you know what I'm talking about. Halloween is a wonderful day to celebrate for us witches. Well, this is about as good as it's gonna get. I hope that this being thick like this can help as far as a cookie because there's a lot of it. We'll have to give it a shot, besties. It's the least I can do. I don't like wasting food, and I had to check the recipe because, you know, there was something going on here, and I was so into telling you about the different ingredients that you could put into it that I don't know what happened. Did I happen? Did I over measure? Did I under measure? Did I write something down wrong? I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is, messy besties. You know, we were supposed to mix to a glossy batter, which we did, and the texture should be thick, but it wasn't. It is shiny. Now it might be able to hold the complement. It can hold the cookie. We hope. It couldn't hold the complement before. It looked too soupy. It was just as much as the batter that it was for the muffins. I knew it wasn't going to work. Anyways, besties. I thought I had like a little cookie scooper. I'm just going to wing it. A little bat joke. I'll use this. It should stick good because it's a silicone spoon. So, I'm just going to reach in and make a little dollop. Reach in, make a little dollop. Let's see how many dollops I can get on this board, besties. It's kind of at an angle, but it's not really dripping any. I'm going to put it over here so you guys can watch in the other camera that I have here. Hopefully, it works out the way I'm hoping. Okay, so we have a little dollop. A dollop. They're not exactly round. I wish they were. It'd be nice if they could be. The dollop. Oh, besties. I hope these little charms, as they were supposed to be, come out the way they're supposed to come out. If not, this is the messy test kitchen, and there's a reason. If it doesn't come out for me, it's not going to work for you guys, but at least I'll be able to tweak it if it does, and I'll let you know the better recipe what actually works. Gotta remember, there's no flour in this, besties. That's the way we wanted it. Okay, I'm adding just a little more to each one of these. I'm trying to even them out. If they come out like something that looks like a cookie, I guess we'll be alright. But if not, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm trying my best. I'm a bit messy. But then you guys already knew that about me. It sure does taste good though, guys. I'm not lying. That is some good stuff. Okay, well, look, the recipe, nonetheless, I hope this isn't wrong. Cook at the same 350 degrees and bake for 18 to 20 minutes or until golden around the edges. I thought that would be a little long for a cookie to bake because mostly my cookies that I make are usually between 9 to 12 minutes, depending on whether it's like a regular chocolate chip cookie or a peanut butter cookie or something. Like peanut butter cookies usually take a little longer. But these are nothing like those. Obviously, I wouldn't even attempt to put other added ingredients in them. Just saying. Maybe you could. I don't know. They are flattening out. I'm going to put them in the oven. Alexa, set a timer for 18 minutes.
18-minute timer started.
We'll see what happens. What can we do, besties, right? What can we do? This is why it's the messy bestie test kitchen. I mean, I'm testing this out for all my messy besties because I'm the messiest bestie of all besties. Try saying that 10 times fast. But in any case, like I said, you have to adjust the dosage and make the potion that you choose and the ingredients that you want in them to be your own. It's your own spell. It either works or it doesn't, and it's a flop. Maybe I got bewitched in the middle of cooking them. I don't know. I am up rather late in the morning. I haven't slept all night. I didn't work yesterday. This is taking far too much time than I even thought would actually take. My broom took off. It's doing DoorDash somewhere to make a little extra money because of inflation everywhere. Things have gotten so expensive. What can I do, besties? What can I do, you know? Anyways, so we have our pan now in, you either use parchment sheet or a silpat like I have on that pan, and it's just a name for silicone parchment mat. I guess they call it a silpat. It's so that the charms we're creating don't stick to the pan. Hopefully they brown up just the right way on that silpat. I'm not one to normally cook on a silpat, but I decided today, because I don't want to make a mess of the pan and have to clean the pan, that I would use it. So you got to see the silpat. Now, my cauldron is still hot, set and ready at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So if yours is not, then go preheat it now. What are you waiting for, bestie? We want to bake these things for 18 to 20 minutes. If you so dare, but I'm going to try first. I might check mine in about 10 to 12 minutes. I mean, your oven might be different than mine. Like I said, I think 18 to 20 sounds a bit ridiculous, but we'll have to try it. What are we going to do? But bake these gems till the edges are lightly golden. You don't want to peek too early. I mean, we've all peeked too soon. Don't act innocent. What can I say? But I have the light on and I have a very big window in my oven, so I can look in there and peek without opening the door. So that's what I'm doing. Something's happening in there. Maybe it's a little bit of magic. I don't know, but we'll have to find out. But I can tell you that this recipe that I have here is not exactly going to work for anybody for cookies. Maybe for the pie, the muffins, Maybe for muffin tops, because you have a pan that you can fill like you can the muffins. But, you know, maybe make whoopie pies out of them or something. But you're not going to get anything that's going to stay formable enough as a cookie unless you whip up some egg whites, which still keeps it carnivore. I'm just saying. The pumpkin potion muffins are sitting here and cooling, and in a little bit, I will take one and show it to you and have a little test on camera. Well, besties, it took exactly 18 minutes for those cookies in the oven to come out with a nice little brown, sort of a... I'm going to take one off the sheet and show you what it looks like. It's cake-like, but it has a nice little brown back the underside, but it's still kind of cakey. Maybe a little sticky, I don't know. They're a little spongy feeling on the top. I'm not going to try them yet. I'm going to put them on the wire rack and let them cool and see if they crisp up. But meanwhile, while I do that, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, besties. Well, I have some more cookies, another 12 if you want to call them that, because they got a little watery as it got down to the bottom of the batter. But I put them in there anyways because I don't like to waste, you know, waste not, want not. Who knows, maybe the captive one would love to eat them regardless. He can have all he wants. I don't know. Now for final boss time. Crustless pumpkin potion pie. No crust needed, just confidence. Ingredients, listen close, witchy besties. You'll need 1 cup of pumpkin puree, 240 grams, 4 large liquid cluckers, eggs, 200 grams, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 113 grams, a quarter cup of heavy cream, 60 milliliters, 2 tablespoons of melted magic. Yes, besties, I do mean butter, 28 grams. 2 to 3 tablespoons potion of your choice to sweeten things up. 30 to 45 grams. Need I repeat? Strict carnivore magic, stevia or monk fruit drops, or use the potion I use, hybrid alchemy allulose powder. Brands well, tastes clean. It really does, bestie. No one will know the difference, but your pants might. Daring mortals use regular poison. I mean, sugar, if you're baking for humans. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 5 milliliters if you're weighing it out. A half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, that's only 1 gram. And a pinch of sass. Salt if you're salty about my calling the stuff sass. I'm not sponsored by Redmond, but they may come for me when they see I somehow managed to conjure up a blend all my own called Real Sass. Don't go looking for it on Scamazon. I can assure you, besties, you won't find this special magical blend there or anywhere. But anyways, so I'm going to blend all of this stuff into one smooth thing. I was going to use this bowl, but I'm going to use my mixing bowl because I'm going to mix it up and whip it up quick. So I'm going to use this dirty mixing bowl. We're messy, so we don't have to worry about washing anything, do we? So let's start with my liquid chickens and the pumpkins together. 4 liquid chickens in the bowl. The pumpkin puree. And I don't know where my little thing went, but I'm looking for it. I'm tempted to eat this. Put it in there. It's not in the bowl. What did I do with it? I'm always losing things. I'm not very good in the kitchen when I'm by myself, unattended and not supervised. Did I put it in? No. Wasn't supposed to peek. I don't know what I did with it. It's the funniest thing. It was there. Ah, here it is. Okay, besties, it's not a crisis anymore. The chaos is over. I found my spreading spoon, and I have others. I don't even know why I bothered. But anyways, I knew it was here. So I have now, I'm going to try to put this bowl where the camera can actually see it. So you have your 4 cluckers, and your liquid chicken is what you call it. Cluckers, liquid chicken, what? And to the bowl, I'm adding my jack-o'-lantern puree. I'm just going to add it all in the same bowl. You know, normally you would put it in and you would just blend those together until smooth, and then add the cream cheese, the magic butter, and the rest of the stuff. But I'm going to add all the fats and the wet stuff together. So we have that. We'll see. I mean, why not? And the cream. There's a hair in my cup. Looks like Elmer's glue. It's been sitting out for so long. Under the lights. I'm doing these videos for you guys. I'm trying my best. Watch me find out I wasn't even recording. Let's double check. Ah, I am. What do you know? Okay. Back to our regular scheduled program. Okay. And I'm going to also add the butter. And the vanilla. We just might as well just put it all in here and blend it up very well. Put the sugar. In my case, it's the allulose. This video's gone on too long. I'm sorry, besties. Not my intention to take up all of your time. And it had that other recipe and those cookies not mess up. Here's the vanilla going in now. Dropping it down in there. Smell like fairy smart farts. And, of course, the cinnamon. The cinnamon. And the pinch of sass. Can't forget that. Always brings out the flavor of everything. Okay, besties. We can get rid of all of the dishes until later. I already have my pie pan lightly smeared with butter. So I have that right here. And I'm going to go mix this up in my mixer. So I hope it's not making too much noise while you wait. I'll try to edit that out. Additionally, you can use ramekins. It says that it will fill up 6 of these 6-ounce ramekins. I got only 3. I did not believe that the recipe was going to make so much, and I thought maybe I'd get away with just doing these little ramekins. However, I'm going to do the whole pie because of the temperature and whatnot. I think is more geared towards making the pie rather than the smaller amount in a ramekin. And then the ramekin normally, so that it doesn't crack like a souffle, you would have to put it in a pan with water around it. And I'm not going that route. I don't want to put you guys through that either. So there's that. Okay. I'm just going to use the same whisk because we're messy besties, right? Who cares? It's all going down the same hatch. Can we call it a hatch? And turn on your mixer around medium speed. I'm at a number 4 on mine. I don't know what yours is if you don't have the same one. This is a professional KitchenAid 5+. So here we go. Let's see what happens. We're conjuring up desserts, and we're carnivores or on some sort of a GLP-1 keto diet or what have you. And we shouldn't be eating any of this stuff because if you're like me, one bite will send you off on a tangent eating all kinds of stuff. But you know I'm tired because I'm down to the last recipe, almost the last recipe. We still have one more recipe after this, besties. Our snow-capped cream and crumble dust toppings. Besties. So in the meanwhile, while that's cooking, I'll make the next one. But we can just enjoy when I pour what's coming out of here in the pan. Oh, besties, the smell in here is amazing. It smells like fall. And fairy farts. Fairies do fart, you know. Pretty sure. We all fart. Not if you're a carnivore, though. But if you eat this stuff, you will. Not as sweet. Well, we're gonna go with it. I'm not adding any more sweetener to it. I think it's fine just the way it is. After all, it is carnivore. Okay. Make sure I'm still recording over here. And where's my special spatula? And this has been greased with butter. And I'm pouring our batter into my pie shell. Well, there's some that didn't mix up quite well. Maybe that's why you're supposed to do what I told you. Mix it like you're supposed to. Everything has a method to its madness. I'm just mad. Not mad at anyone. I mean mad, you know, crazy mad. I'm never mad. I'm a happy witch. Takes a lot to get me mad. Of course, you don't want to cross a witch. Whatever you do to me will happen to you times 3. Just saying. Okay. I think we're as filled up in this pan as we're going to be able to get it in this pie plate. Quite tasty. Okay. Now we poured it into our 9-inch pie dish. Or you can use your 6-ounce ramekins if you want minis. And hopefully your cauldron is still piping hot at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius if you go that way. Bake this at 30 to 35 minutes, besties. Oh wait, we have something in there. I can't bake it yet. Well, I probably could. There's cookies in there. Alexa, how much time is left on my cookies?
Your 18-minute timer has 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining.
Almost. We'll wait. Okay, so we poured our batter into a 9-inch pie dish Or like I said, you can use the six ounce ramekins if you want mini pies. And hopefully your cauldron is still piping hot. Mine is still at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Yours might be 177 Celsius if you go that way. Bake at 30 to 35 minutes till the center barely jiggles. We want a gentle wobble, not a 5.2 on the Richter. Alexa, set a timer for 35 minutes. Once we take it out of the oven, we're going to let it cool before slicing or devouring, unless you're impatient like me. This makes 6 rich creamy slices or minis. Each serving has about 145 calories, 13 grams of fat, 6 grams of protein, and 3 net carbs. Feed your goals, not ghouls or ghosts, my sweet magical snack craving loves. Now for the grand finale, the optional toppings. We can prep while baking our pie. The finishing touch, my snow-capped cream and crumble dust toppings. For the snow-capped cream, you're going to need 2 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons heavy cream, the heavier the better, and potion of your choice to sweeten to taste. So here is, I do have my potion. What did I do with my potion to sweeten to taste? Okay, back to the drawing board. There we go, besties. Our pumpkin pie is fresh out of the oven. It needs to cool down. It is way too piping hot. Now, I'm going to just show you quickly the cookies that I made. Now, these were the first batch of 12. It came out okay. I did touch one here and it made, I'll show you in this other, kind of made a little divot. These are more like pancakes, if you ask me. It's already sweetened enough that you don't have to add any maple syrup to them. But if you like pumpkin pancakes and you don't mind them a little flat, that's not bad. But if you ask me, I would just scratch that recipe off of the 3. Sorry guys, but it is what it is. I know I was going to give you a 3-fer with an extra bonus at the end. Now you're getting a 2-fer with the extra bonus at the end. What can I tell you? Now, that being said, I've been whipping up this snow-capped cream for quite a while now. At least now I know where my spatula is. It's where I always keep it. So, this is more like a cream cheese icing, I would say, if I had to say anything. Not whipped cream, but I thought I would get like a whipped cream out of it, so I just kept whipping it. So let's see how much of it we can get out of the bowl and into our dish. It's definitely like a cream cheese frosting and not that sweet, which is good. Some people don't like too sweet. If it's too sweet for me, I go off on a tangent and start eating everything in the house that's sweet or carby. So, you know, it is carnivore. To me, it tastes sweet because I don't eat sweets anymore. To you, you have to poison it as you like. I mean, potion as you like. But yeah, there you have it. Now, I'm going to show you the mistake that was made with that cookie recipe. The second batch did not come out pretty at all, but I did find out that on the ones that were really crispy on the edges, like this one here, little ASMR, not bad if you like the crispy parts. But, like I said, they're not that pretty. They had this shiny bit on the back, but that's from the Silpat. You see that? And I'm just saying, they're not bad. I guess I kind of saved them. Would I make them again? Absolutely not. Something happened somewhere with that recipe. Not a good one. Well, back to the drawing board. I can't always perform the best of magic spells when I'm cooking in the kitchen. Another day. Another potion. What are you gonna do? So, now. Okay, let's get back to the other matter at hand. Here is our snow-capped cream. Hopefully you can see that in that picture. And we're gonna make the other thing that we're supposed to make, which is the crumble dust. And for that, you're gonna need about 2 tablespoons of pork rinds. I just took some pork rinds that were in the bag, some cheap pork rinds, flavorless. They don't have any special flavors. And I busted them up by hand in the bag. You can put them in a blender or food processor or however it is that you like to blend them. Or you can buy already made breadcrumbs. Not breadcrumbs, I'm sorry. Pork rind crumbs. The choice is yours. They're very expensive when they're already been, you know, ground up for you, and it's something you can do for yourself. But in the bowl, I'm putting the pork rind crumbs, about 14 grams of the pork rind crumbs, and I have 1 tablespoon of the melted magic butter. And again, I'm always losing my favorite spatula. This is a silicone spatula. I love the thing. I use a lot of silicone. Doesn't burn up on the stove, and I cook with it, and I flip eggs, and I do all that, and I don't even use my regular stuff. Now I'm putting in a pinch of sass. Yes, it's salt. My little Redmond. And it's been in there for a while, and it doesn't want to come out of the bowl. Okay. I'm going to mix the pork rinds and the butter and the sass together in the bowl. I hope this is not another flop recipe. This video is going on for so long. I'm going to have so much editing to do. And I'm never going to get to sleep because I've been up since yesterday trying to make this video. This is not for the faint of heart. And to do this without a production company or a cameraman or anything behind me, besties, I don't know. Thought this was a great idea, but I have to work. I can't take off the work, and a witch's got to do what a witch has got to do, you know? Nobody's talking to you, Coda. I thought there'd be a little bit of sugar for that. You can sweeten it if you like. It doesn't call for sweetener. It's just the pork rinds, the butter, and a little bit of the salt. But the pork rinds have salt, so I'm a little confused by why I would have to add more salt and why I wouldn't be adding any sweetener. Doesn't make sense to me. I personally would like to put some sweetener in there. That I'm just saying. A little bit of allulose for me. I am all for the allulose. It's not going to spike my sugar, and it'll give it a little bit of that sweet flavor. But there is enough of the sweet flavor going on in all the other things and all the other treats, so we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it because it didn't say to put sweetener in it, so we're just going to go this way. It's just a buttery topping. Now, I have a tray in a pan, and I'm going to do this in the oven because the oven is already preheated from all the other stuff that we've just baked. Excuse me. The cauldron is already heated up. It came out nicely. I'm going to spread this around in the pan, try to make it as evenly and as thinly as possible so that it gets good toast on it. We're going to toast this. I have some Cafe Bustelo in the back here, which the captive one loves to drink, but I'm not a fan. I have the K-Cups ones if I wish to drink something as strong as that. So here I have the tray with the toasted pork rinds in it, and I'm going to put it in the oven. I don't know. I'm going to guess, really. I'm going to watch it because it doesn't have a particular... I'm still at 350. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Alexa, start a timer for 5 minutes, please. So 1 tablespoon of magic butter, 14 grams, and a pinch of sass. Mix the pork rinds, the butter, and the sass together and toast them lightly in a pan or air fry until golden. So I just put it in my already preheated cauldron, and I'm gonna leave it in there for like 5 minutes and see if it's toasted enough for my liking. Each serving is about 30 to 35 calories, 3 to 4 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein, and 0 net carbs. Feed your goals, besties, not your ghouls or ghosts. Okay, well, besties, I've let everything cool pretty much except for the pie we made. And I'm gonna go through a little taste test or tell you what worked, didn't, what I liked, didn't like, all the good things. But let me first say that with the muffins, we were supposed to only get 6, but I actually got 8. These are the flattest of the 8, so I'm choosing to take bites or whatever out of these that I want to try. One I'm going to try with, first I'm going to try the crumble dust, and then I'm going to try the snow-capped cream and give you a little bit of a look and some pictures and, you know, food porn and all that good. I will say, these, I tried to peel them off the plate. They're nasty. These were the Bewitched Pumpkin Cookies. They're bewitched, all right. They are so bewitched, they are not worth trying, guys. Don't even skip over that part of the video if I can't even edit it out, because this is hours of video here that to just do all this, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into. However, that being said, and it is almost noontime on Friday, and I started this yesterday around 6 or 7 in the evening. So let me just say, this is not for the faint of heart. So I hope you all appreciate the Messy Bestie Test Kitchen and this round that I did for this Halloween special. These cookies now, they want to stick to the plate. They're just horrible. They got very wet. And I took one little bite of a piece on the end, and it stuck to the back of my teeth, and it's still there. It's a very weird sort of a texture. So we have pictures of it. It's here. I might take, you know, but I wouldn't dare ever eat that again. Nope. That spell is hexed for sure. Okay, so enough of that. I'm gonna take a little taste. Oh, one of the familiars is making a rumble. Wants some of what I have, I guess. Okay, so here is the crumble dust. It is just, there's no sweetener in it. And it is kind of buttery, greasy looking, if you can see that. It is kind of greasy looking. But let's try a little bit and see what happens. I'm gonna try that in a minute. I'm gonna put this all together. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on one of these pies, a little bit. There we go. Get a little swirl. Yeah. And some of the crumble dust on top. That actually looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to do one with a little bit of crumble dust on top. These I'm going to put over here for taking pictures or something, because I don't know what to do with this. This is disgusting. This is the worst hexed spell recipe, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But it's in the garbage. That is definitely a waste of very good, very hard to come by, high-priced food. Because all the food you get nowadays is high-priced. I have the pumpkin potion muffins, and I put one with snow-capped cream and crumble dust, and one with just crumble dust. I haven't even tried either one yet, but I will do that here on camera as well. This pie has still got to cool just a little bit. In the meantime, I will tell you that the muffins in this batch, I did get 8 rather than 6 out of them. Each one before, when it was just supposed to be 6, was 160 calories, 14 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, and just 2 net carbs. I think it's even less now. I've got to divide it into 8. And so let's go with the toppings first. Pie is out of the oven. I did want to cut a couple of slices off of it and top it with the crumble dust and the snow cap also. But because it's too hot, we're going to skip that part. Okay, now I'm going to taste the snow cap cream. Cool. sweet and smooth, like before my coffee expires. Love that. Now I'm going to try the crumble dust. Hello, texture. That's a butter-crusted dream that ran away with a pumpkin. Poof! You don't need flour, sugar, or permission to make magic. Just a whisk and a little courage. There you have it. 2 magical flourless pumpkin recipes and 2 enchanting toppings. All simple, all delicious, and none of them will haunt your progress. Okay, besties, it's time for Taste Test live on cam. Your messiest bestie of all besties is going to try all but the one, the Bewitched Pumpkin Cookies. I know they were called Bewitched and had Bewitched in the name for a reason. They're a total flop. Forget about them. I left them over there and I even took a picture of them. I can't be ashamed of the mistake because this is a test kitchen after all. However, that being said, thank you to whoever had that spell. I think it was a trick that they slipped it into my ideas to go ahead and make it for you guys, just to prove that not everything is going to be magical in the kitchen. So there you go. Anyhow, these are the crustless pumpkin potion pie and the pumpkin potion muffins. So I have 2 pumpkin potion muffins. One has the snow-capped cream with some of the crumble dust, and then I have one with just crumble dust, and then I have a slice of the pie with the snow-capped cream and the crumble dust on it, and not by itself, but there is a piece here in the front that doesn't have it. I tried the crumble dust. I tried the snow-capped cream. They taste wonderful, heavenly. Love it. Okay, besties. Top one with snow-capped and one with crumble dust. And I'm going to taste the one with the snow cap. For you now. On the pumpkin pie. Pumpkin potion pie. Crustless pumpkin potion pie. Oh, that's hide from Carlos good. It's still warm, but it's melting in my mouth. And with that snow-capped cream, it's cool, it's sweet, it's smooth, like me before my coffee expires. Now I'm going to taste some with just the crumble dust on it. From the back end here that didn't get any of that. Let's see. Come on, get on the fork. I talk to it like it's my broom. Okay. Here we go. Crumble dust on the crustless pumpkin potion pie. Hello, texture. That's a butter-crusted dream that ran away with a pumpkin. Poof! You don't need flour, sugar, or permission to make magic. Just a whisk and a little courage. There you have it. 2 magical flourless pumpkin recipes and 2 enchanting toppings. All simple, all delicious, and none of them will haunt your progress. Muffins for your mornings, cookies for your cravings, pie. Oh, cookies not for your cravings. Cookies for the trash, actually. 86 cookies. Oh, I don't know who I'm talking to. It must be the dogs because nobody's here with me. Muffins for your mornings, cookies for the garbage, pie for your peace of mind. Feed your goals, not your ghouls and ghosts. Respect the cauldron. And yes, butter is a personality trait. If you're restarting for the 15th time, good. You're still here, and that's winning. Progress is a spiral, like the swirl on that muffin. So, raise your mug. Tell me in the comments which spell you cast. Strict hybrid with Allulose or daring mortal. Like, subscribe, and share with the bestie who needs pumpkin-powered courage. From my cauldron to yours, stay strong, stay spooky, and stay carnivore. Or whatever you are. You know me, everyone is welcome here in my coven and my messy bestie test kitchen. Wishing you and yours a ghoul-free Halloween, besties, full of laughter, our magic butter, and zero snack demons. Stay strong, stay messy, and remember, I may be the witch, but you're the magic. I love you, messy bestie. If no one told you today they love you, then know that I told you first. I look forward to conjuring up another spell in my cauldron for you. If you've subscribed and rang the bell, you'll be summoned as soon as it's been brewed up and successfully uploaded. Mwah.
Hey guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button down below and be sure to ring the bell so you can be notified of all new videos as I put them out to you, as well as if I go live.